Hey, ho, let's go. Okay, I'm having a clear out of my DC to DC bits drawer. Well, I'm just going to have a look what I've got. I've bought loads of bits over the last couple of months. So I'm going to just have a quick look through them so I can figure out what they are. Okay, so first off, this looks like some sort of 3.3 volt regulator. Yeah, I believe these were very cheap 3.3 volt regulators. Okay, next up I've got some also very, very cheap, but not quite as cheap 3 volt regulators. I bought these for a project to run off 4S lithium, so that's 16.8 volts. 16.8 volts blows these up, which I found, and it took quite a lot of other things with it several times before I figured out what was going on. So they're great, but I wouldn't use them more than 15 volts. 15 volts, I think, is probably even pushing it. That's that. DC to DC. So these... I'm assuming, yeah, another set of cheapo 3.3 volt regulators to try out. Yep, same again. Bought loads of those. Okay, these are the ones that I actually ended up using. These will take in at least 16.8 volts. I think I've pushed them up to 20 and they'll be fine. They're the more expensive ones. You know, I think you're looking at like 5p for these, and I think you're probably looking at 20 or 30p for these. I can't remember, to be honest. They were expensive compared to everything else. But, yeah, they don't blow up. Okay, next up is a whole load of like through-hole little 100 milliamp 5 volt regulators, positive. And then the also the same negative ones, so it's like plus and minus rails for 5 volt stuff. Yep, audio stuff. What else have we got? 5 volt regulators, LDO, set of LDOs. I didn't get many of those. More LDOs, I believe. I think these were really, really cheap. Yeah, I think these were cheap 5 volt LDOs. Hey, okay. Oh, these were quite interesting. These are little boost converters. So I think yeah, very, very small. Oh, can't see it. Oh yeah, SO T23 5-pin jobbies. Now, I kept on blowing the MOSFETs up when I was using these to boost from 5 volts to 24 volts. Yeah, I need to know a bit more about that. So, ooh, these are 9 volt LDOs. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. So these are little 3-pin SOT23 3.3 volt regulators. I think they're like 50 milliamps, maybe 100 milliamps. I can't remember. But yeah, those are the smallest 3.3s that I've got. Okay, now we're getting down to other stuff. Okay, these are just a few different pre-packaged, I think they're Boost actually. I can't remember. Yeah, variable current, and you know, you limit the current as well. Great in a tiny little board. A couple of potted LED drivers, AC, and that one is, oh, that's input 24 volt DC, and this one's input 240 volt AC, but for driving chunky LEDs. A little 12 volt to 24 volt boost. I think I might have blown that one up. Now this was a weird one. I don't know why I bought this. 24 to 15 volt. Okay. So that is the contents of my DC to DC drawer. I'm going to have a look at a few of the data sheets for some of these chips because, yeah, I seem to have quite a lot of 3.3 volt regulators. It might be a thing to do a regulator off for noise and, you know, how much power they'll do before getting hot and stuff like that. Okay, cheers, beep beep.